the gayest podcast ever.
Hello, welcome to the gayest podcast ever. I'm Josh, and I'm here with Eric
and CJ. Wow, that was very exciting.
Listen, we're in a studio.
It's been 2 years.
Apparently, it's a higher octave when we're back in the studio.
Yes.
As I spill beer all over myself. But yes, we are coming from you live from Music Town, Detroit, our original studio space that we haven't been in. You're right. Has it been 2 years?
It's been 2 years.
2 years in March.
2 years and 40 pounds later.
Ain't that the truth? Woof. But yeah, it's so great to be back down here. Our comfy couches, our nice headphones.
I would love it if it was like a nice 85 degrees outside.
Right.
Yeah. Agreed. And we gotta give a huge shout out to the fine folks at Music Town Detroit, Ryan and producer Chad, who've hooked us up today and made sure that everyone's being safe and vaccinated and all that good stuff so we could do this. So,
Absolutely.
thanks, Booze.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's been a hot minute because it's been a hot minute since we recorded here, but even a hot minute since we all recorded together an episode just because of the holidays.
Omicron.
Yeah, I got COVID.
They had a whole plan.
Yeah.
Dan got COVID again.
Omicron really came for us this time.
Yeah, it was.
She came in like a wrecking ball girl. She was not playing.
She had mistletoe on and everything. It was not pretty. She had those 2022 New Year's Eve glasses. I was like, girl, take those off.
I remember when it was like, the wave, like I was out the weekend before and I was like, this is probably my last weekend without COVID. So
Yeah. It's like that meme, did you see, where it's like 2022 is just 2020 TOO.
I hate that meme so much. I'm like, I hate it. Burn it.
Omicron was it's the gift, CJ. Please don't say it's Che Diaz.
It's Che Diaz.
It's Che Diaz. And just like that. But yeah, so it's been a minute. So a lot's happened. People have died. People have broken up. People have gotten into fights. Where do we even want to start, girls?
I mean, you guys haven't talked about Adele in a hot minute. So.
Okay. Speaking of tears,
We've been sweating, just waiting.
Yeah. So we did talk about the new album that came out. That was we did get that out, and she's gonna do this huge concert, Las Vegas residency, and COVID got Adele too.
Yeah.
She did.
Are they using her hologram like the rest of them?
Yeah, apparently her giant Las Vegas residency, and she took over the venue that Celine built, right? She
Yes.
took over
Yes.
the Coliseum.
Yeah.
So apparently, though, it just was not ready. It's just not ready.
Nothing like a singer that just stands in place and sings to take over a giant stage.
CJ's having a cup of tea over there.
She walked in and she was like, "This is hideous." Like,
So that's a lot of the fans have been like, what kind of stage fucking production could this be? It's just Adele. It's like even her like beautiful performance that she did on CBS, like from the planetarium, which was gorgeous. I'm not saying it wasn't, but she didn't do any costume changes.
No.
She just stood there and she just sang. And so it's like, okay. And I will say, she said like half of the crew's out with it. So if you're background singers, no one wants to end up like Patti LaBelle. Where are my background singers? Where are my background singers? And
And logistically, I don't think like half the stuff arrived for the stage. Like
it's probably sitting in those crates.
on the
out in the Pacific.
Yeah, with probably all of our furniture that we've ordered that's never arrived and everything like that. So, but Adele was really shook by it. She did not want to cancel it. The thing, though, I didn't realize is she canceled it 24 hours before the first performance.
It was a little shady, but
That's like, I'm sorry. I think like if the show really wasn't ready, I think you knew that on Tuesday.
what happened to the show must go on? I mean, I thought that was the motto.
So it was very controversial. She did say that she had been up for 30 hours, her entire team, trying to make everything work just in case, and it just wasn't going to happen. But
those poor people that are already flown out to Vegas.
Yeah.
She should have just like dipped into that savings account. I mean,
But you know what? Really, everyone was like, well, maybe she should have just come out on stage with her and a piano.
Yeah, and just been like, sorry, bitches, this is all I got. Like, she don't have COVID, right?
I mean, I get it because I've been waiting to go to a concert for like 2 years. Like,
Maybe do a nice meet and greet.
Yeah. Well, she did a FaceTime and was offering free drink tickets, and she didn't realize that the drinking age in America is 21, so she was offering like free alcohol to like a bunch of kids underage.
oh my
So I was like, oh
God, I cannot.
Her media team, I was like, I get why she's not in charge of her own social media. Take that shit away from her.
Like the moms taking like a preschool class are like, yes, I get all those tickets.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's poor Adele. I mean, poor Adele. Her album just went back to number one.
Yes, poor Adele.
Easy on Me just like is like the number one song in America for like the.
I haven't
10th or
heard it.
12th
How does it
week
go?
in a row.
I'm just kidding.
Well, the video that she did to cancel was very heartbreaking. Like, she was really in tears. And if she's not, then give her the
I'm
Academy
sure
Award.
so are all the people who spent money on flights and hotels and ticket costs.
Listen, Britney
Take your goddamn drink ticket.
Britney fucked up her knee before I saw her once in 2004, and she canceled on me, and I was already in Chicago, but I drove all night like Celine Dion, and I saw her when she rescheduled. So it's fine. We do what we have to do for our goddesses.
We do. And
Speaking of Britney,
Oh,
you
girl.
guys, what is up with her and little Jamie-Lynn? I know you have lots of thoughts.
First of
about
all,
the sister we do not speak of.
first of all, before we get to that meat and potatoes, what is happening to her Instagram? Like, girl just decided to blow off all clothes.
Britney's Instagram. Yeah, she twirls and she's nude. That's her new look.
Free the titty, man. Free the titty.
I mean, that conservatorship ended. And
I mean, if Sam could be naked a little bit on it,
right?
Yeah.
That's what we're
Well,
talking
I
about.
mean, we see some of the stuff that, on, Gays of Instagram, Instagay, and, like, you see everything.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like, why not, Britney? Free your nipple.
Oh, she's got those little
Nobody's
hearts.
reporting Britney. They just want her to be free.
Yeah.
Little hearts and little roses. That's all that she
Yeah.
wears anymore.
You do you, girl. You earned it.
I mean, there was, the sister we don't speak of.
Yes.
There was that one part, because Britney went for her on Instagram the other day. She, like, after Jamie's one interview, or Jamie-Lynn, sorry, I forget her dad's name is Jamie too.
And the mom's name is Lynn.
Lynn, yeah. Like, it's just too much.
Maybe that's where the problems all start.
Right.
She was talking about her breakup with Justin, and when she went home, and she's like, and you and all your friends dyed your hair red like Christina, and I was like, oh my God, the claws are out,
To
girl.
be fair, Jamie is pouring hot tea all over town on business that is not hers.
Well, she's trying to be relevant.
Well, she wrote that book,
She's just trying to give you Zoe 101.
trying to get some money from the book.
Yeah, and like Madonna's brother tried doing that to her.
That book is 30% off now. Like,
I love all of the like Instagram videos and memes of I just see people like taking copies of like Jamie-Lynn Spears books, and I saw one person move it all to like fiction. I saw one
the
move
true
to
crimes.
true crime, and I saw another one just put them all in a bunch of like trash bins. Like they took them from Target and went over to the home goods section and put them in the trash cans.
I love
like,
it.
Can you imagine if you got home with this trash bin and there was a copy of Jamie-Lynn Spears' memoir in there? Like I would die. I would be able to start a little bonfire in the backyard.
That would be me. I'd be trying to like buy a trash can, and Target would be trying to accuse me of like stealing. And I'm like, listen, if I'm going to steal something, this is not it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it just is. And so I saw a meme, and it was like, here's a photo of Britney Spears at the VMAs in like 1999 carrying her sister, Jamie-Lynn Spears, and it's her with the snake at the VMAs. And I was like,
the memes are everything right now. And a lot of celebrities are coming out and saying it. Like Miley Cyrus posted a photo with Jamie-Lynn, and she was like, I was forced to meet this bitch. Like,
yeah.
Love
And,
it.
well, and it's like, man, like I can't imagine as a celebrity like how hard it is probably to keep your circle very tight with secrets, with drama, with I'm sure because everything gets blown out of proportion. So to have someone in your inner circle, your family, like just like, hey Diane Sawyer, I got some tea over here. Like, how much you gonna pay me? Like, it's gotta be so like heartbreaking and betraying.
oh, they all started unfollowing each other. Like, Lynn doesn't follow Jamie-Lynn anymore.
Like, you can
Right?
say a lot of shit about those Kardashian sisters, but man, if they really wanted to fuck each other over, I'm sure they could. And
Tristan's tried fucking all of them.
oh yeah, all the outskirt people. Like, it is what it is. And he just find out he's got another baby with someone
Yeah, I
else.
don't see the appeal.
Yeah. I can't.
I
can't keep up with them.
Kim just has this manuscript she's waiting to put out. She's like, once these kids stop giving me money, I'm going to drop it.
Shit, she could probably go to do a trilogy on the Kanye years.
Oh my God, well, Kanye couldn't get into the kid's birthday party, and now he's doing interviews on her, and he found out Pete was in the house, and he was real upset, because Kim had to go get herself a little Machine Gun Kelly.
Wait, didn't Pete send him the address to the birthday party?
Probably.
I saw something online that was like, he said something really nice about Pete. He hooked me up with the address to the birthday party or something like that. I'm like, I can't with these people.
I'm waiting for Pete and Kim to go on a double date with Colin and Scarlett. Because Pete and Colin Jost just bought that Staten Island ferry together.
Yes.
And so I'm waiting for that double date.
I don't know if ScarJo is like a big Kim fan.
It's probably along the same years when Jay-Z and Kanye and Beyonce's like, I gotta sit next to Kim.
Right.
Ugh.
Well, and Kylie's ready to pop that other Aquarius out any day now.
Oh.
Crazy. Yeah. But yeah, the whole, and so I get confused. Is Megan Fox,
yes.
she's engaged to
Machine Gun Kelly.
Yes. So we're all going to call her Megan Gun Kelly?
Well, she saw that Courtney started dating the cooks and busboys, so she decided, I've gone out with these high, athletes, and, high profile athletes. Maybe I should slum it for a minute.
And to be clear, I think Pete Davidson also kind of fits in that same category as Machine Gun Kelly, and
he does, and he looks like he got
Travis Barker
drew on by a kindergartner with all his tattoos. But everyone who has dated him, he's been engaged to Ariana Grande. He's had some pretty high profile girls, and they all say how charming and funny he is. Boys obviously got something. I was talking about it with Dan the other night, and I was like, no, he's not just dating a Kardashian. He's dating the Kardashian. Yeah.
She's freeing lives, man. She's changing the world.
Is she about to be a lawyer, girl?
She's about to be a lawyer.
She's going to take the
exam.
I asked all my lawyer friends about that, the test she's taking, because she's not going to be a lawyer. It's like the baby bar.
Oh,
the baby.
So she's a legal assistant.
I don't even want to put that on legal assistant. I don't know what she is, but it definitely
she's good at being assistant. I.e. Paris Hilton.
She's the face of the firm.
I mean, I guess at least she's using her powers for good. I mean, she got that one guy off of death row that clearly.
Talking about, she invented Skims. The winter athletes are all wearing them.
Shut up, really?
Oh yeah, she's a sponsor of the Winter Olympics now. They're all wearing her Skims. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
They need more money. Gosh.
2022 Winter Olympics sponsored by Kim Kardashian. Keeping up with the Olympians.
She'll be dating one of those next.
You'll see
Caitlin's coming to make a special appearance.
Oh my God.
I can't with her
on
right
a box
now.
of Wheaties.
Yeah, right.
I can't believe you're transgender and you're anti-transgender rights. No further comment.
Just best friends with J.K. Rowling.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
Can I make her Leviosa out of here? Oh, gross.
When you're rich, you should just shut your mouth. Just walk out and look pretty.
About that.
Yeah, don't say anything to anybody, and then your life will be perfect forever.
That's not how us pretty people work.
Just tweet selfies of yourself with a cup of coffee.
Doing a kissy face.
Yes.
Yeah, don't try to make a statement. It's gonna go horribly wrong.
When do you think Miss Spears is gonna have some new music?
It's been rumored.
There was that. Were you the one
Rumor
that
has
showed me
it.
that concert? She posted something about
Some
event?
weird event.
Oh yeah, he was what's happening here?
It was in Vegas though. It was a one night only.
So she has said that
She's doing pop-up concerts now?
I would be there.
And anytime she's talked about it, she's said she's done with the touring. She's done with it all. But I just can't believe that because I mean she just turned 40.
Oh,
right?
so she's gonna be the rest of the artists and my farewell tour for the 9th time.
She's gonna show up on a stage with no backdrops, no background singers, nothing. She's just gonna twirl the whole time.
Well,
maybe she'll do
should talk
burlesque.
She should talk to Adele's people because apparently that's not enough. You can
Yeah,
Just cancel it.
She'll do a burlesque thing. It'll be fantastic.
Oh, that's Christina's movie.
Well, not anymore. She bought the rights.
She just shows up like Beth Dutton and was like, I own you now.
No, they're going to do a whole tour. It's going to be Britney, Christina, Jessica, and Mandy. They're going to go on a worldwide tour.
If that fucking happened, I would like join a fan club to get pre-sale to get like 10th row.
Well, you know, all these boy bands did it. Like,
yes.
would that not be?
Yeah, like NSYNC and BSB, like they intermingle now.
Guys, put that on your vision board, man. I want that to happen.
I mean, I went to the one concert. It was like 98 Degrees, New Kids on the Block, and
what I'm saying.
Boyz II Men, and I knew every goddamn song that they sang.
Well, did you watch the Christmas episode, the boy band Christmas?
No.
I DVR'd it and you told me it was terrible.
It
so
was
I didn't watch
horrible,
it.
but I
Okay.
still watched it anyways.
They said I just was on Instagram today, and A Walk to Remember came out 20 years ago today.
Mandy posted a really sweet
her
Instagram
and Shane West, and I was like, oh,
with Adam Shankman.
my God.
I didn't realize
tears me up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. When
she
plays it
stands
at
up to
once?
play it at once, yes.
I don't think Spencer's seen that. I have to be like, you don't understand how it invoked every emotion in me. And I was
At
like,
the ending, you're like, what? Like,
yeah. Me at 13 years old. I'll never find love like this.
well, because then the other movie came out with like Chris
Lily.
Klein and Leela Sobieski and Josh Hartnett, and you're like, what? Like,
Yeah.
you are totally
Here
just
on
like-
Earth?
Yeah, something like that.
that was the thing about all those teen movies. Once one worked, they all just
You're
spiraled
like,
out
we
of
already
control.
did the death thing. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we already did the death thing. But no, I am manifesting that Britney X.
Who would
Tina,
open?
Mandy,
Do you think they would just like
Jessica.
alternate who opened?
Mandy would have to open.
oh, she would open, then Jessica.
So
Then the
Then
Christina
we don't.
Britney.
They might fight it out.
Mandy Moore opens when I saw Backstreet Boys. So
Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey were at the Kringle Jingle one year when I went here, and it was just when they were dating.
more like the cringe'll jingle.
And they sang the song from the Lily Sobieski Chris
Yeah.
Klein movie, Where You Are.
I mean, and Jamie Lynn should have just took a page out of Ashley Simpson's book. You know, you could have just went and guest starred on Seventh Heaven.
I mean, Ashley Simpson's married to a Ross now, right? Or she's got
Oh, yeah.
she's got
She's
those
married to a
Ross
Ross.
babies.
Oh, yeah.
Tracy Ellis is her sister-in-law.
Oh,
Like,
you love you some Tracy
I
Ellis.
love me some Tracy Ellis.
So Jamie Lynn's in that the
Nothing.
movie The Sweet Magnolia.
Oh, that's coming back next
The
Friday.
movie or the
Yeah.
TV
The
show?
TV show.
Oh, with Joanna Garcia?
Yes.
Oh.
Remember, she was the pregnant. She
I
got
never watched that
by
one.
Chris Klein. She got knocked
Yeah.
up by Chris Klein.
She was the adulterous
Chris
whore.
Klein-
Oh, he's in the show. Okay.
Yes, he was married to Joanna Swisher Garcia or whatever.
Yeah, the adulterous whore.
Yes.
So
Poor Chris Klein. I
But
mean,
they kind of wrote her off at the end. She drove away.
she drove away to spill some tea on Britney Spears.
Yeah. Bye,
poor
bitch.
Chris Klein got broken up with by Katie Holmes when that whole Tom Cruise thing, and his career just never recovered after that.
Neither did his face.
He
But-
couldn't even do the. He wouldn't even do the one American Pie movie, and you should have did it.
All right, well, we should refill our drinks, and when we come back, we'll dive next into some more TV and what's on our plate, what we've been watching. So stay tuned. And we're back, and we thought we'd kick it off with talk about the newest season of RuPaul's Drag Race, season 14.
14. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
She's hit puberty.
So Rue's got 14 real seasons, like 5 all-star seasons, 78 like 1,000 countries that she's doing.
Yeah, there's Thailand.
and now she's
UK.
going to do a UK versus the world series. So she brings in all these contestants from all the other shows.
To mention all her songs and stuff, Rue is.
Yeah.
It's a Rue world. We're just
And
living
then
in
she
it.
produced Queens of the Universe, which was a singing competition for drag queens.
I
I
saw
did
a
see
bunch
a
of
preview of that,
commercials
yeah.
for that.
I watched it. It was good.
She's about to have her own Oprah station, like her own network.
It was very short, only like 5 episodes. So I do recommend
called
watching
Rue.
it. Rue TV.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw that in an episode of Drag Race back in the day.
Why you got to be so Rue?
But first, let's talk about these guest stars this season. This is how you know you've made
Started
it.
off
Alicia
Right.
Keys and Lizzo started the season.
Alicia Keys and Lizzo. That's incredible.
And Lizzo wasn't like that bitch was a contestant pretty much.
Oh my God.
She's like, you made me lose my earring.
Yes, she was looking fab. And I think next week's episode,
J-Lo is it?
J-Lo.
Fucking J-Lo.
It's like you are getting like top tier entertainment. There were sometimes I had to Google who these judges were. Like,
I know I've said it before, but there was I think she was on Conan or something where she said Drag Race will never be mainstream. It'll never be mainstream, and it is mainstream.
Oh my God, totally.
Like, when like the average Joe is walking around like, oh, or
yeah, and I like this season. Like, I feel like it's finally like a good season. I like the queens. I think they're very diverse.
yeah. So I want to first talk about. I was so
A lot of queens from different weird like rural cities that are not
Yes.
normal. Yeah,
agreed. It's not all New York versus LA.
Yeah.
I first want to talk about is I finally thought it was so great. Oh my gosh, we're not gonna do a 3 to 4 episode stunt for the first, like the pork chop and the where you couldn't figure out what the hell was going on.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was so proud of her. We did 2 premiere episodes, 7 girls, so you could see what was going on. Each one kicked them off, all 12, and then they brought those 2 bitches back,
Those
and we were at
bitches back.
14 again.
Yeah.
I was like, "Bro, but can't we just have like?"
I just don't understand why some of these girls, like some of the fashion that like was coming out on the first episode. Like, first of all, the first episode, when a lot of them walked in the workroom, I was like, it was a lot of basic looks.
very basic.
And, yeah, very
Yes.
basic. Like I thought the second episode was much better. But like, I don't understand the flip flops and like
Willow pill.
yeah, like you guys are like they can see like your leggings or whatever. Like they don't like to see those lines. The one girl literally that got sent home, Deja, I can't even remember her name, but she wore the ribbon dress and she turned
Yes.
around and I was like, her whole dress is ripped. And Dan's like, no, I think that's just a slit. And I go, why
No,
would she have a
there's-
slit up the back of her leg?
And there was
Like,
bobby pins.
yeah,
in
Yeah.
it.
Diabetes.
Because was that the one you could see the shorts?
No, that was June Jambalaya.
Jude
Oh
Jambalaya,
yeah, and she did go home eventually. So she was the first queen to really go home.
She needed to go home.
Yeah,
We do
she was
have
in the bottom 2, and then she was.
Yeah,
in
we
the
do
bottom
have a
3.
Michigan queen, which was exciting at first.
I literally texted you. I was like, "We got a Michigan queen," and CJ sent me back that nervous emoji, and I was like, "Oh."
Well, we're like, so do you work at Rumors or the apartment? Or
Yeah.
Rumors or the apartment?
We've never seen you either way. So,
Yeah.
matter of fact, we actually did see drag queen contestants when we were at
Oh,
Rumors.
yeah, we did because they were doing their little
Yeah, I saw
tour.
Thorgy Thor.
Thorgy and the one that won Water Off a Duck's Back,
Jinx Monsoon.
Jinx Monsoon, and her new face. That was her new face. Yeah.
New face.
But so my two favorite standouts that I've the one that is transgender.
Love her.
She's really tall, gorgeous.
Carrie Colby.
Yes.
Carrie
Yeah.
Colby. She's one of my favorites.
She's one of my favorites.
One of my favorites. And then the other one is I don't know if he's Indian or he's
Anjaya? Or
No, Anjaya was an actual drag queen.
He's got a little bit of a nose on him.
You were talking about
Angeria.
Angeria Paris Van Michaels.
Yes.
Yes.
Was that music from you?
I know.
That was from me. I clicked on Angeria's picture and like her little theme song came on, which I don't really like Queen's theme song. But I was like, check.
Yes.
Oh, I was like, thank God we can't afford their royalties.
Yeah. Don't play 30 seconds of it.
Right.
But yes, those are my two favorite. I think they slayed the run. When the other thing that really threw me for the third episode, which was with all the queens together, the ball looks. So many looks.
I don't have time for 37 looks.
I loved it.
It was too much for me. I was like, I couldn't keep it all straight, and I just met them.
So I mean, I really like Georgia's.
You would.
She reminds me of somebody that we hang out with. Well, like we don't hang out with them, but like our friend Eloy. Like,
Eloy,
oh my
okay.
God! I like when he talks. I was like,
I want you to say it.
I'm like, it's Georgia's. Like it's literally Eloy. Like I like her. She reminds me a little bit of Valentina, but I hope she does
I
well.
get
I
that.
like her. I think she, for being how young she is, I think her drag is incredible.
Yeah, I think even like Willow Pill was
Willow
terrible,
Pill.
Willow
terrible in
Pill.
the first one, but he definitely.
I don't know why these
Impressed
girls are
me.
going on the show and you can't sew. Like,
But talk about a dark horse. Willow Pill was.
Yeah.
Willow Pill.
Walking in those flip flops, I was like, oh, girl.
I thought-
And then turn some looks though.
Yeah.
I thought Cornbread was Silky. I thought they brought her back.
Straight up.
I was like, what? She back?
I was like, this is what Silky Ganache Nutmeg should have been.
I like Cornbread way more.
way better too.
How do you
I
feel
can-
about the straight boy?
I don't think he's gonna last. Also, and I don't want to.
Maddie Morphosis?
I don't want to shame anyone, straight, gay, or whatever. But the way he was looking at that pit crew member, I was like, "Same, girl." He's like, "You're so big," and even all the queens are like, "You're flustered,
Verklempt.
flustered, whatever."
I want to know where Root got that big bath of orange Tic Tacs. I love orange Tic Tacs.
Oh my god, we're gonna walk in Eric's basement. There's just gonna be a tub full of Tic Tacs.
Like, yes, let's photo shoot this.
That's what he fills the pool up with this year.
I love it. I'm down.
And I also like Lady Camden. The one from London. I think
Yes.
she's really good. And I like her friendship with Angeria. I think it was really funny.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely curious to see what I want more from them. It's funny how like right away I was like, okay, I have a feeling over the next few weeks you're gonna go. Like the ones that I think.
Yeah.
that
This
Like
season.
Bosco, you're going.
Yeah.
Diabetic, you're going. Oh my
Diabetic,
god, when
should've
she kept
stayed
calling her
gone.
Diabetica, I actually like that way better.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, and what was the one I think he's so handsome. The one from Puerto Rico.
Alyssa Hunter?
Yes.
Oh, I like
Out of
Alyssa
drag,
Hunter.
I am like, hello. Sir.
Is that the one that they said it's like Alyssa?
Yeah, Alyssa Edwards and something
had
else.
a baby.
And
Yeah.
someone else had a bit not fair.
But like, did you watch the Untucked? Like, I felt like these girls were a little selfish. Like, they were all so mad. They're like, I can't believe I was safe. Like, I wanted critique on this.
Well, that's the way
And I
those
was like,
girls feel
I
at the
didn't watch
beginning.
Untucked.
Bitch, it's better than being in the bottom and
No.
hearing you cry.
By the end, these bitches will be like, thank God I was safe.
Well, because when June walked with the big leaves in front of her, for instance,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like Valentina with the mask, and I was like, remove them. Like they're gonna read you so hard for that.
Out when he walked out and kept those leaves there. I'm like, they're gonna say you covered up your dress the entire
Yep.
time.
Oh, and then but when she started lip syncing, then she took it off, and I go, well, that dress looks better than the dress that you had on.
Yeah.
And then she took the wig off, and then the dress kept falling, and then she took the shoes off,
How
and
the
I was
other-
like, what are you?
The other one's like, I'm gonna fall on this ugly ass dress. Like, it's
Right.
you home. Don't send me home.
Maddie Mortifices.
Yeah,
She needed to morphose her ass back to Arkansas. Like,
yeah, that's for sure.
The
gonna
only
be
thing straight
interesting.
really about him is that haircut. He's got that like weird, and not even like, it's like a country boy haircut.
I'm not a fan. Like, I'm just not a fan of his drag.
If he was amazing, it would be a different story.
Like,
We'll see
yeah.
what I'm not gonna
the
rule out.
The Mary Queen of Scots thing was pretty impressive.
The headless thing was
That was
awesome.
pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
That was very
No
impressive.
offense to our straight friends, but like, girl,
Girl, no. And I mean,
like have some style at least if you're gonna be a queen.
Yeah.
and I want to be your girlfriend. Like, I have questions.
I have questions. Yeah, but I mean, I think it's a really good group of queens, and I'm excited to watch future episodes.
Same.
I'm really excited about the season.
I am excited. And the girl from Michigan, what's her name?
Orion story.
Oh, yeah.
Orion's story.
You keep calling her Orion's belt.
Yeah.
That would have been a better name.
Like, literally, when they were like critiquing her looks, they're like, you need like take one thing off. Like, it's just way
Yes.
too much.
Take it off. No, put it on.
Yeah, the bow in the back. It was just too much.
Because I mean, I was excited for like the ball gowns and the wedding couture or that they were doing, and like some of them were just walking out, and I was like, what? Like, this
Right.
is your wedding dress? Like, and everyone was talking about like these shoulder things that are in very now, like with the little straps and the shawls hanging down from the
Right.
shoulders.
And they did give them like an interesting take on wedding dress. It was like a red, white, and blue wedding dress
Yeah.
or this. So
Or like animal print.
yeah, I can see where it'd be difficult, but still like get the silhouette right.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny that you said, because we watched, not to throw it back to Adele, but real quick, like we were watching the new Adele music video for Oh My God, And it's that damn chair that Britney made famous.
Britney started.
Yep.
Adele burnt it.
Britney's chairs walked, so Adele's chairs could run.
Could burn.
But the whole, like, her very last look, which is like a couture, I forgot who made it. I think it was like one of the big houses. But it's that look. It's the
House of Electra.
It's the half sleeve
Right.
and then the sheer. It's very. And I was pointing out to Spencer, I go, you're gonna see that all over the red carpet. And it's funny that the queens have already picked that up.
Well, they need to pick some heels up because if they keep walking out in these flip flops,
Oh my God.
Michelle's
Or
going to have
flats.
them. Yeah.
Or little
They're
potato
gonna get
pills.
red for filth.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
because some of the looks were just gorgeous. Like Angeria's one with the white, and then she pulled it off and it was like a pantsuit. And I
Yes.
was like,
And then
oh
her-
my God, that's
and then her
breathtaking.
red wedding dress.
Yeah,
was like incredible.
She's a pageant queen, but you can,
Yes.
I mean, she's good.
You've got 13 other seasons to look back on. You know what the judges are going to like. You know what they're not going to like.
and you need to know what you like. Okay, so you got Cash on the show. Like, it's time to pick up some sewing lessons.
Right? Start YouTubing that shit.
You
Yeah.
know there's going to be a sewing challenge.
Like,
you know
look what June did. She just tied that over her neck, and I was like,
You know,
what?
Rue's going to take you out to the landfill and say, here, grab something and then sew something.
I miss all the unconventional challenges. Like back in the day, remember when they would give them like pool noodles and like all that crazy ass shit? They'd bring it in and be like, okay, make it work. Yes.
Project Runway really did that, where they had them, here's all the forward focuses that you're going to win. Now rip them apart and make an outfit.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They got those welding guns.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Project Runway is no joke. We taped an episode because they were styling the housewives, and they were like, "Oh, like you have to do a reunion look for them." And the one housewife from Potomac made the girl cry. Like it was not even a
Who
joke.
does the Project Runways now? So it's still Heidi?
Heidi?
No,
and,
it's not. It's not Heidi.
because they had a big battle with
Yeah.
Christian hosts it.
Christian
Oh,
Siriano.
Yeah.
Christian Siriano, who I
Former
love.
winner.
Oh yeah. Oh, she is a straight
Dresses,
up bitch.
he dresses Kristen Chenoweth all the time.
Oh, does
He dresses everyone because he's another
Yeah.
one that doesn't.
Did he do Michelle Obama like her?
He's
Yeah.
done. And the other thing, he doesn't discriminate against size. Because who was it? Was it either like Leslie Jones? Someone was looking for a red carpet look, and they were turned down by every designer because they were too big. And Christian Siriano said, "Fuck that," and he designed it. And then it was even a bigger media storm.
Okay, queen.
But yeah, so well, a good size queen.
Yeah.
But speaking of other queens, I know CJ. Have you watched Euphoria yet?
I have not.
So you've
it's on
not
my
watched
list.
it.
I might
Oh.
start it tonight.
You should start it.
You're gonna love it.
Like you are going to be enthralled. I cannot wait for you to start blowing up our
I mean,
tags.
I love Zendaya. Like,
Oh, but just
queen.
all of the other actors, like Jacob Elordi does so good. Like you hate Eric Dane in it, and like this latest episode made me
Not
feel something.
McSteamy.
No, it made me feel something for him. Plus, it's just like all this full frontal male nudity.
The amount of full frontal male nudity in Euphoria blew my.
It literally it takes
well,
me
you
back.
had me at Dick, so
They talk about Euphoria High all the time on like TikTok.
Oh,
and stuff.
the memes are
Like,
hilarious.
and I seriously died when all I can think about is the Schitt's Creek episode where David's like, so what? Like, Instagram models are just going to lay around on couches, like, passing around trays of ecstasy. And, like, that is what this high school is.
David went to Euphoria High.
Yeah, David went to Euphoria High.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so fun. And like, this is the scary part about like getting older is like, is high school like that?
I feel like it's way different from when we were in
oh,
high school.
it's definitely way
Because
different.
that would not have flown at my high school. Like, no.
I just can't even. So part of me is just like, oh my God, they've gone so far to the left. Like, there's no way this is true. And then the part of me is like, or am I just that old now?
Well, I think we're just that old now, but I think also kids now like have more access to stuff. Like
Way
things
more.
are
They're way more
widely-
understanding.
Information, drugs, everything. Like
Because
it's
look
there.
at like Miranda's trying to do it in a real life and just like that, and everybody hates it. Like,
So if you've not watched Euphoria, we'll double back to this one. CJ, I've only seen season 1. Season 2 just started.
Season 2 just started. There's 3 episodes out so far, but it's so good. Like Sunday, like I was like, I need to be home by 9. Like I'm watching.
So
Euphoria.
it comes out on Sundays and an
Comes out
hour
on
long.
Hour.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes.
Okay, so I can maybe promise to get caught up.
Oh, you
And
need to
the
be caught up
first-
because I'm having a finale party.
Oh,
The
okay.
first-
With ecstasy
yes.
and
They'll just be
male
Instagram
dick.
models. with
A bottle.
ecstasy.
There's gonna be a giant bowl in the middle of the room full of pills and dealer's choice. Like that's how these parties go. But it is really cool to see all of the LGBTQ representation, the transgender especially. Like just a really, really cool way to see it.
I do feel like now we're getting to the point where it's becoming a thing. Like it's a normal thing, and
As
shows
it-
are
as it is.
including it.
Please
Yeah,
don't say it's Che Diaz.
because it's Che Diaz. But it does, like, again, I know I've referenced it, my nieces before in high school, but like they have gay friends, they have trans friends now, and I'm like, oh my god, this is life now. Like we're finally caught up to like what it's really like.
Just let people be who they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop telling people to live inside this box. And that's what I do love about the show. But it
About-
also shows the crazy insecurities about like when you were younger. Even though they're allowed to be this open and express themselves, like kids still have like a bunch of problems.
Oh
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Kids will always have
I
problems.
remember there was
Yeah,
a
but they weren't like our problems, like how we had to hide them.
Yeah. But I also like there's also like a really, really great like underlying like mental health issue.
Oh, for
like
sure,
right.
Zendaya's character suffers from really, really bad mental health, depression and anxiety and OCD and all this. And at one point, like they're just misdiagnosing her and all this, and then it just is.
She does a fabulous job on that.
Oh, I get why she won the Emmy.
Like she does an amazing, and she is just gorgeous.
yeah,
Right.
even when she's like coked out, it's like
Well,
oh my
like
God.
and mental health is what we should be talking
Yes,
about.
absolutely.
Not LGBTQ plus things. Like, yes, we're here, we've done this, we exist, we are a part of everyone's lives. But mental health is getting like passed over. Like it's a real issue. Like we should be looking at.
Yeah.
Yep. And
I
all
totally
these
agree.
kids, I can't even imagine like going through high school in this time of your life. Some days you're in class, some days you're doing remotely. Like we hate Zoom. Can you imagine learning on Zoom?
Oh my
We
god.
barely wanted to learn in class by our senior year.
Actually, I probably would have preferred it. My sophomore year wasn't the greatest. Got picked on a lot.
Well, true. But
I guess I could have
mean,
said
now
at
you
home.
got all that social media too, which
Yeah,
is a whole
oh, yeah.
other woof.
Yeah.
I could have sat at home with no pants on. That would have been great.
I mean, if you go home and start tonight, I will gladly text with you all day about it tomorrow.
I'll watch 2 episodes by the time.
I've seen all season 1, so I don't know if producer Chad has, but it can go in the group
And
chat.
I have fallen in love with Sydney Sweeney. Like, I have a straight crush on
So
her.
how many episodes per season?
It's only like 8 or
10.
9.
Yeah, I want to say
Which is
10.
becoming the new
10.
normal. 8 to 10
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
the new normal. Remember when shows had 20 something episodes a season?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I look back, what TV show was it? It was something like ER or something like that. And literally, like, the first few seasons on it have like 26, 27 episodes.
Yeah, that's why it's great that you can like just binge these now. Like that's when we were talking about like Emily in Paris when you were going through your COVID thing and you
Yep.
need something light. I was like, look, it's 20 minutes. It's very easy. It's very chipper, very happy.
Emily in Paris, I watched it in a day.
Oh, they brought the fashion this season.
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
Gorgeous.
I'm
And
obsessed. Carrie Bradshaw, who like,
And, like-
nobody cares about your big skirts anymore.
I still care about those big skirts.
I think, all right, first we'll do a quick little soundbite on Emily because Emily in Paris gets a bad rap and I don't like it.
Why does it
Because
get a bad rap?
I think because it's so millennial, so elitist. I don't even know. But I think it's, if you look at Emily in Paris for what it is, it's so enjoyable. It's
Oh, I think it's so
enjoyable.
cute. And they show all these hot guys with accents now.
Yes.
I'm like,
Oh
do
my
I want a
gosh.
London accent? Do I want a French accent? Like,
Matu.
yeah.
Yeah, and like she's just trying her best.
I'm like, I didn't know it's pronounced Matu. I've been saying Matthew the whole time.
I feel like justice for Lily Collins. Like I love her.
I still want to be invited to that Thanksgiving family dinner. Like she's married to Mary Steenburgen's son. Like her stepfather-in-law is like Ted Danson. Like
Yeah.
No, she does have
Phil
those.
Collins is my dad. Like, yeah, everyone come over. Like,
She has those signature eyebrows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she's
love it. Now you
gorgeous.
she's gorgeous. And Ashley Park,
oh my God, her
Ashley
sidekick best friend is life.
love her.
Yep,
Love
they
her.
just introduced what's going to be coming out. Like Bridgerton's going to be coming out.
Yes.
So many
March.
things.
Yep. But let's just circle before we end this segment with and Just Like That, because we've been talking about Sex and the City.
I feel like we should save that. We should take a break and come back and talk.
All right,
about
let's.
I was going to say we're going to cram this one in.
Because I have some thoughts.
Well,
and just like that.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
All right.
And we're back.
And just like that, we're back.
Just like that, we're back. 10 seasons later.
Just like that, we're doing a podcast.
Oh, full circle.
Well, hopefully none of you ride a Peloton today because they've been getting a bad rap.
Don't
was
say
some
it's
other
Che Diaz.
there was some other show that just used a Peloton too.
Yes, I saw
Billions.
that.
Oh yeah, and they were real upset about it.
Billions. They did not have the authority. So this is the funny
They
thing.
used a Peloton instructor, didn't they?
Did they? I don't know.
And they were like, we did not sign. I was like, you're going to be paying some billions.
And Just Like That actually contracted with Peloton, and it was all
Okay. Bitch, why didn't you call 911? That is worse than the whole door scene from Titanic.
Right.
I cannot even get over it. They tried to explain it like, that's just Carrie and Big. They needed to give each other a look. Like, no, I'm dying. Please call 911.
And just like that, I lost my phone.
And just like that, Big died.
Yeah.
She probably had that circular phone where she had to dial 9 and then
She ran up to it, and she's like, I don't know how to use this.
She's screening
No.
calls at fucking Carrie.
we saw it in her storage unit. Oh,
She's got dial-up. Like, she's trying to, like...
I love how, now she's turned her apartment just in like a big closet. Like,
also, there's full frontal male nudity. Just
yeah,
like that.
HBO's bringing the full frontal male.
HBO is just like, you get a penis and you get
They're
a
throwing
penis.
it all out. I'm like, bring True Blood back.
Although one was fake, one was probably real.
Oh, Harry's was a prosthetic.
Harry's was a prosthetic.
Because Eric Dane is the same way in Euphoria. They show him, but they don't show his head, and he said it was a
Wait,
prosthetic.
okay, I must have looked away because I definitely, when you said that, they were like, there's two dicks. I couldn't figure out who the other, definitely saw the young model that lives underneath
That's
Carrie.
the one.
That's the one.
Harry's dick.
Harry was, when
she was
Charlotte was
giving
about
him a
to
blowjob.
blow Harry.
His
His
dick was
was
out?
out.
Yeah, and Lily walked in, and they slammed the door, and he had to like lift it up and put it back
It was about this long, and it was like gray.
Because I died when they were like, wait, you still blow Harry?
That was my
Yeah.
favorite. That was so funny.
Was it his birthday?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you still blow Harry? Oh my gosh. I hope that's me and two of my girlfriends were texting, and I was Megan and Jenny, and I was like, she's like, we're gonna be totally having these conversations when we're in our 50s. The first one was about the plastic surgery.
In your
Which one of
50s?
us is gonna go
Oh my God.
to have our nips and our tucks together?
That was one of my favorite episodes.
I'm about to turn 40, and I'm about to do a full reconstruction.
DJ's going to a Botox party after this.
Oh my God, I'm ready.
Maybe call me next year right before the wedding. Maybe.
You know, I am not liking the revival.
You're not?
I'm
What?
not.
I'm loving it.
I just cannot stand what they've done with Miranda's character. Like, I just cannot stand it.
She
It's
is-
basically just going over her whole life.
She is a little forward for me for Sex in the
But
City.
it's just basically like her real life. Like, this is exactly what happened to her.
Well, and I don't know.
And like, she's just that loose with Brady, like, doesn't care what he does.
That to me is a little
I
much.
get that you're open, but like, when she's screaming, she's in a rom-com and flying to Cleveland, and when she made such a big deal out of Steve, like, cheating on her in the first movie. And this, I just can't.
Talk about someone that aged poorly. Poor little Steve.
I think
and I'm
Steve's
not-
a little cutie still. He's on
Yeah,
Chicago
I
Fire.
didn't mind
Poor
Steve
thing can't
aging.
hear.
I didn't like the what?
Yeah, put your hearing aid in, honey. No,
It's in the couch cushion.
I thought Charlotte's husband aged way worse. Than
Oh,
Steve.
Harry does not look
Harry?
good.
Harry looks
does-
like
yeah, he doesn't look
had
well, his
some-
prosthetic dick
Well,
looked
even
horrible.
Kristen Davis, I'm like, girl, I need you to lighten up on the plastic
the
surgery.
lips. The
Like,
lips.
Oh, I
Kristen.
still think she looks pretty good. And you can definitely tell she's had some work.
On the lips. They're so wide.
I like how they're incorporating Anthony more. I think he's funny.
Well, he
Yeah.
should have been in it to begin with.
Yeah.
Like that part, like
Stanford
that was,
had to walk so Tony could live.
That
Or
was-
walk, run. Oh, shit.
Don't you wish that upon?
that was some chuckles for me though with like Stanford and Charlotte. He's like, you don't think I'm good enough
For the
Like,
group. Yeah. Every single time I
You're
was
better than me.
Someone wants to get into the inner circle of the group, wants to come out to brunch. She's like, you don't think I'm one of the girls.
Yeah.
I was dying.
I am so confused though with Stanford because I thought they said that he had filmed for the show.
He had filmed, but I think that he was supposed to do more.
Oh, so they decided.
But I think he was super, super sick.
And then, his cancer diagnosis had already happened.
I was like, surely they're going to show him at the beginning.
I thought we were going to get more of him too. I really did. But I think he had started filming it, and then he was so sick he couldn't carry on.
Oh,
because
sad.
somebody talked about how one of his signature thing was he was always smoking, and like Carrie's smoking a lot this season, and you didn't see him like smoking like once.
Can you talk about the oven mitts that Carrie's walking down the street?
Oh my God, she's walking around.
Oh, I can't with the babushka on her head. I was like, what are you doing? And that stupid dress that she wore. Okay, first of all, we knew Carrie like 10 years ago did not have $80,000 to buy what was it, the dress? Versace?
I thought literally when she said, "Do you want to see something?"
The gray one she wore with Petrovsky.
I know. I thought he got it for her. She had all that money. She
Maybe,
lived in
yeah.
Paris. She was crazy.
That wasn't her money.
Well, he bought it
she
for her.
used it like it
But when
was
she said the dress, I thought it was going to be
The Vivian
the
Westwood
Vivian
wedding dress
Westwood wedding dress
with the bird on her head.
Well, we fuck that bird, but like,
Yeah.
I was hoping that she would bring that out, and that would have been like, do you want to see this? Is this the dress? Is this the dress you were in the fucking magazine? That bitch didn't know that dress that she brought out.
And they're like the apartment episode was funny to me, where she
Oh,
was
the
living
dishwasher?
with all the windows.
The
Yeah, that was
modern-
way too bright.
It was all white. I was like, it's
Scary.
not.
We never found out the beep beep.
No, that's gonna be something that'll never be solved.
It's gonna be us one day. But like,
Are they
Eric,
doing a season 2?
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be. I think it's billed as a limited series.
I keep waiting for
So-
it
But like,
to come
why?
back.
Like, I would love to know, like, why? Like, what are we getting? Like, what is this providing to the legacy of Sex and the City?
I still enjoy it. I look
I
forward
very
to it
much
every
enjoy
week.
it. I
It's
do
good
it.
to watch. I
Well,
guess.
Cynthia Nixon did say that they've pitched a lot of ideas to the writers, and the writers were very open to those ideas. So maybe we'll get a season 2.
Who's writing this? Che Diaz.
Not
Please don't be
Che
Che
Diaz.
Diaz. That gif. So for anyone listening, there's a gif going around. And it's 2 of the housewives I love. So with Bethany and Luann are having a discussion, and I will never forget this episode because Luann was supposed to marry Tom on New Year's Eve, and like Tom had like dated like 2 other of the housewives. He's a big playboy, never been married, and he was caught making out with a girl at the hotel, and Bethany got the photo. So she calls Luann in, and she's like, Luann goes, "Please don't tell me it's about Tom." And Bethany's like, "It's about Tom." So now this Che Diaz meme is going around, and it's literally everything. Like I
Tell
cannot
me it's
stop
not about
laughing.
Che Diaz. It's Che Diaz.
It's Che.
Okay, now it makes. You kept sharing it, and I was like,
I can't get enough at brunch the other day. It's all we can
Yeah.
do to each other.
Also, every time you say Tom now, I think of Tom from Succession. Like, I'm just like,
my
please don't
favorite
say it's
Tom.
Tom. Yeah. But Che Diaz
you
is...
guys all watched that one too. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
we have. So Che Diaz, though, is probably the most hated character on the whole new revival or whatever we're
I'm not a
calling it.
fan.
Really?
I don't like
mind.
them.
Oh, I hate her.
I don't like them.
I don't
She's-
like. I love. Listen, I love whatever she's representing, but I don't like her on the show. She just doesn't fit for me.
I'm like, Kalina P, can I talk to
Right.
you?
Dr. Torres, paging Dr. Torres to Seattle Grace.
Why don't you move to Arizona?
Oh, I do like her haircut.
love that.
I love her haircut.
Oh, that's my next haircut.
You've
Oh
got
my
too much curl
goodness.
for that, girl.
That's what they make relaxer for.
Maybe I'll make that my new haircut.
Oh, well, we'll see how it ends. We'll have to definitely continue. We're going to continue watching, let's be honest.
Well, there's only like 2 more episodes, right?
Are there?
I
There's only 10
honestly
episodes.
thought the Diwali episode was the last episode. The way it ended, she got out of that apartment, she moved back into her apartment. I was like, oh, this is how it ended. And then I found out that it kept going, and I was like, oh, I had 2 episodes banked. And I watched, I was like, what the fuck happened? Because they did that huge time jump. They did almost a whole
Right.
year.
Yeah.
It does
And so
seem like it's going.
It felt to me like, I was like, oh, okay, what happened? I got to try and figure this out. But
We're like 4 episodes in, and we've jumped 6 years. Like, I don't.
yeah. And I get it. I think they're trying to age it up so that Carrie can date.
You know,
yeah,
I
so
think
she had the
Morning
one day,
time.
which I thought was a
Weird.
little aggressive.
I hated
it. was
it.
like the Pitch Perfect scene. I didn't need to see that much puke.
They both vomited everywhere. I
he
hated
looked
it.
a little too much like Burger, though. He had a little Burger-esque to him.
Give
He,
her a cute daddy. Don't give her that.
He's the former Mrs. or Mr. Terry Hatcher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's Terry Hatcher's baby daddy.
I'm waiting for Aiden to come back.
Yeah, when is that happening? That was supposed to happen.
Yes, queen.
So do we think that's what we're working up to?
Maybe he'll build her something for her apartment.
A little bench or...
Yeah.
She still has that stupid chair in her apartment, doesn't she?
Aiden's like, bitch, I can literally
I don't know.
build you a closet.
I can't ever look at Carrie's eggshell kitchen the same after Shay and Miranda.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was too much for
Not
me.
in front of her sweaters in the stove.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, in other little celeb news, who just had the baby? Oh, Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas and Priyanka.
Surprise, surprise.
She gave a little clue at the roast and nobody even saw it.
She did. She did give it.
Yeah, she was like, we're expecting, and then she paused and then was like, to get drunk later because we don't have any kids yet. And like, yeah.
That was a fun little rose.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
wasn't
so
like-
happy for them because everyone thought they were splitting up.
It wasn't like a raunchy roast, but it was
There was
cute.
no Alec Baldwin.
It was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin was hilarious.
Yeah.
There's no Rob Lowe.
No one is. But yeah, so we got now all the Jonas, now they're all daddies, right?
They're all daddies.
They've always been daddies to me.
Love this for them.
Yeah.
I went my new Joe Bor album. I love the last one. Okay, so there's a birth. Who's a death?
All the
All
deaths.
All
We've
the
got so
deaths.
many.
They keep filing in up there.
Right.
There's like
Well-
a waiting line to get into Studio 54.
Our sweet, sweet Betty.
Betty Rip.
I feel like Betty didn't want to ruin 2022, so she's like, you know what?
She waited to New Year's Eve, 5
No.
hours before the ball drop. Like,
So she died last year. Like,
I guess.
but you know what? And like my favorite meme, everyone keeps saying like, live your life. That everyone is so sad that you lived 99 years and it's still not enough.
too early.
Still too
yeah.
early for you to die.
Yeah.
It's like she was the best.
We lost our grandma and our dad.
Yeah.
Oh, America's dad.
Everywhere you look.
I was a little devastated by Bob Saget. That was my whole childhood.
You know, the first time I saw a comedy thing for him, I was like, Danny, why are you using such foul language?
He was real raunchy.
So this is the thing about Bob Saget's death that's really gotten to me, that really made me think, is I thought the same thing. So Bob Saget, like Danny Tanner from Full House, he tried to shake that image so hard that all of his stand up was super, super raunchy, so I thought he was a creep in real life. I thought for years he was a creep, and now it's coming out that he was like the best person ever. Like everyone fucking loved him.
Besides Full House, he also did America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
So he just didn't want that image. He was
squeaky.
I was a comedian first.
And then he had two very squeaky clean roles.
Right.
I did see a lot of controversy, like, oh, why is everyone praising him? He was such a pedophile. And I'm like, he wasn't a pedophile. That's never a thing. But they're like, oh, he made jokes about the Olsen twins. I'm like, he's a fucking comedian.
Oh my God, that's what they do. Like on Entourage, when he was on Entourage, some of it was pretty raunchy, but you just didn't expect it to come out of his mouth, so you laughed hard.
Yeah, and that's what I think he would. But everything coming out, I did not know he was good friends with John Mayer. That blew my mind.
John Mayer is best friends with everybody.
John Mayer was one of the guys that had to go get his car out of the tow yard.
Yeah, I did see that.
They were best friends.
and he
which blew my
texted
mind.
Dave Chappelle before he passed, because Dave Chappelle said he felt bad for not texting him back.
And then Jimmy Kimmel lost it
on there.
And they said he had to do that multiple times to finally get something out. Everyone is just coming out what an amazing person he was and this and that. So that kind of made me feel a little.
Even everyone that played his kids, they've all come out and said, even Mary-Kate and Ashley released a statement.
They released a statement, which they never do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they released a joint statement. They're like, he was a great guy, this and that. So the fact that everyone, there's a small group of people that are like, oh no, he was a pedophile, he was a pervert, because of the jokes he made and the things he did to dolls on when they were rehearsing and the twins couldn't be there. And it's just bullshit. He's a comedian.
Right.
What did Meatloaf die because of COVID?
It's not been confirmed.
It's not been
Okay.
confirmed, but complications maybe too or whatever. But yeah.
And then Louis Anderson passed away.
Yeah, he had cancer.
Oh, did
Yes.
he? Okay.
Louis had cancer.
But Meatloaf apparently was a very widespread misinformation about COVID. He didn't really like the
I watched him on The
vaccines.
Celebrity Apprentice, and I wasn't impressed.
Well, that
But
about
then-
sums it all up. He'll do anything for love, but he won't get vaxxed.
Right. He did.
And look who he was trying to work for.
Oh yeah, he did do like a lot of things I watched. Like he did like Ghost Hunters. Like he was like a big like. He didn't believe in science, but he believed in the spiritual world.
Not believe in science. It like literally blows my mind. But that is a discussion for another day.
Yeah.
That's a whole podcast, I think.
Sure. Okay. Whatever.
We just bring people in. What about science don't you believe in?
You're listening to our podcast thanks to science.
Radio waves. But yeah, so it's been a little rough start, and then wasn't there someone else? Sidney Poitier,
Oh yeah.
which
yes.
Yep.
and of course so iconic, first black man to win a Best Actor Oscar, and like Halle Berry had a really sweet tribute to him, and Oprah had a really great one. So just kind of
Looking for brighter days, people. Brighter days.
February, please be good to us.
God damn you, Jamie Lynn.
It's all her fault.
And we also had Terry Mugler, the French fashion designer.
Oh, there's been a
recently
couple
died.
fashion designers. I've been like
Yeah,
two lately.
there's another one too.
Yeah.
I want to say that died that I saw on Instagram, and
They call it fashion.
yeah,
I mean, that funeral must have been off the chain though, because those celebrity designers, when their funerals, you're supposed to wear like their designs, and it's just nothing but like a big fashion show.
yeah, it was probably the best Zoom ever.
Yeah. New York is over. OVER.
Yeah. Times of COVID. Hopefully, we're no longer. We're trying not to be a pandemic. We're trying to be an endemic or whatever. What is it?
Endemic. The numbers are coming down.
Yep.
So that's
Something's
good.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
But this was fun, boys.
yes, it felt great
So
to be
good
back.
to be back.
Here. And let's raise one last one up to
cheers.
Betty. Thanks for being a friend, and
Betty and all those that followed.
yes,
Yeah.
and thanks to all of you boys. Love you all. Cheers.
Cheers.
Do I still do the bye?
Of course,
Okay.
we always do the bye.
Well, the best way to love us is to like, review, subscribe, share, all of that good junk. And until next time.
Bye.